Hey everybody, it's Michelle with Make It Happen Monday, and today is Monday, of course, July 16th, which I can't believe half the month is over already. Today, I wanted to just share a message that sort of came to me over the weekend through a roundabout way because I was listening to a webinar, and the subject came up about how you should not let anybody speak to you in the way that you would not speak to anybody else. And I thought, that's really good. That is really good advice. And then, I was noodling on that as the webinar went on. And then I thought to myself, I think the real question is, we should not talk to ourselves in a manner in which we wouldn't allow anyone else to talk to us, because that's who really counts. It doesn't really matter what Jane thinks or Bob thinks or Harry thinks or Bill thinks or Mary thinks, because that doesn't affect our behavior. What we say to ourselves on a regular basis, however, does. So, and I'm going to use myself as an example. My kind of go-to saying, and I think this is kind of silly and funny and that kind of thing. I always say, oh, I'm such a hot mess. That's my go-to saying when things are, chaotic. But, I say that out loud consciously, right? Thinking that it's fun and it's part of my charm and it's, it's just kind of tongue-in-cheek and all that stuff. However, I say that enough that if my brain perceives that, I'm going to get hot, physically hot, very well could happen, and I could be a mess. I mean, as far as messy, because again, our brain takes everything literally, and so if my brain thinks that she's hot and messy, well, then it's going to fire the neurons to raise my body temperature, and it's going to fire the neurons to keep me unorganized, right? And so that's not what I mean by that. Right? I don't really think I'm not a hot mess. I mean, I just think I'm kind of unorganized, or sometimes I'm kind of, my brain sort of like gets carried away with my mouth kind of thing. So I wanted to bring that up and just make that to your, bring that to your attention today, because I want you to be conscious of that. Now, if you are somebody that has a savvy band, then, anytime that you notice yourself saying something that's a negative, then you can say, stop. Now, you don't want to say, don't say that. You want to say, stop saying that, I am blank. Because again, you want to start that retraining process. And then you want to switch the band. Okay? And the reason why you're doing the switching the band thing is so that you become aware of how often you're saying it. And then hopefully, they say anything that you track, you improve, right? Anything that you monitor improves. So if you start noticing, maybe one day you're doing it 10 days, the next day you're doing it 8 days, 6 days, 4 days. And so you stop that negative self-talk, because we all want positive self-talk, because that's how our brain learns. So we want our brain to learn that we are always upgrading, and we're always doing better, and we're always open to receiving all that the universe has to offer. And that's what we really want. So that's what we want to train our brain to do. So that was just on my mind since the weekend, and I wanted to bring that to you as your Make It Happen Monday message. And I want you to make it happen today and every day, of course, and have a fabulous week. And I will talk to you soon. Thanks. Love you guys. Bye-bye.